That's what I figured. I'm not even going to be looking up.
I've got it on here.
All right, we're live.
All righty, we'll go ahead and call the city council meeting to order for Monday, December 21st. Roll call, please.
Ebersol,
Here.
Agni,
Present.
Nemitz,
Here.
Rustler, Hook,
Here.
Holcamp, Mark, Riddle.
Here.
Thank you.
Everybody, please stand and join me in the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance.
To the flag of the United States of America.
Republic for which it stands.
One nation, under God,
And
indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Get down, get down. Get
Kind of
down.
fun doing the Pledge of Allegiance in a round.
Yeah.
We have any proclamations, recognitions, or presentations?
No, sir.
Any public input?
None received.
Anybody raising their hand, James, for public input? My only announcement is everybody have a happy holiday. Stay safe. Wash your hands, wear your mask, social distancing, and be smart. I know we'll get through this. Exciting news. The vaccines are already out there for first responders, and I know some of ours have already got them, and they're going to be getting more and more of them. So that's all good news. And I wish everybody a far better 2021 than a 2020.
Thank you.
Any alderman announcements, comments? Alderman at home?
No.
Nope. Department heads, directors?
Mr. Mayor, just real quick, 5 o'clock tonight was a closing of filing for any offices. So there'll be 3 contested races for mayor, and then 2 of the automatic spots. So we'll get a full list published later this week.
All righty, thank you very much.
Mr. Mayor, if I may, earlier this afternoon, I did redistribute a letter that was sent to the council and myself from Mr. Joe Sander regarding the GMNO Heritage Trail. It was something that Alderman Nemitz had brought up at the last meeting that I wanted to make sure that everybody had a fresh copy of it. I wanted to kind of open that up for a discussion if anybody had any. It is.
Could you speak up?
Just push it closer.
Come on, talk.
They don't pick up. sometimes.
I wanted to make sure that everybody had a copy of the letter regarding the GMNO Trail that was distributed by Mr. Joe Sander. Just to see kind of what the thoughts or any kind of questions resulting from that letter the council may have at this time.
Anybody have any discussion, thoughts, or just want to kind of let absorb, and we'll give it more discussion at a later date? Alderman Nemitz?
Well, it's in the minutes. The last time that we touched upon, Mr. Grimm talked about the fact that we have already taken some action on the northern end of the trail. So we'll see how that plays out with the action that the DOPW has taken. And then on the south end, I know one of his concerns was really to make sure that we secure that southern end, that no development, as things are moving and shaking in that area, that no development puts at risk our ability to retain that section to complete the southern end of the trail. And I don't know if there's any action or anything that we can do in order to secure that. And if anybody has any, or if you do, or if Chris,
Just to clarify, one thing that he points out here with regards to quote, what Land of Lincoln Development wants to do. That's something obviously right now they're clearing some property down in that area on South Main. However, I want to be clear that the city, we've not received any official plans or any kind of development plans or any kind of proposals, what have you, regarding that subject area. So I wanted to be kind of clarify that.
And I think everybody needs to know that the owners of that property have always made it very clear that they're aware of the trail system. They're aware of the Greenway Action Plan and support it. So in the previous discussions, there was always they always had talk of that walking trail getting through their development towards the YMCA and Route 3. So that's positive. I think we just need to make sure that when discussions start, that we make sure they know how important that is to the citizens. All right, anything else on that subject, Alderman Nemitz?
Just one more comment with regard to that. As he pointed out, though, very valid point that was the same, I believe, the same feeling on the northern end of the trail prevailed at the time. And then the mayor and the alderman positions changed. There were new people brought in with the election, and suddenly the trail was sold off and part of other development. And I know one of his greatest fears, as well as mine, is that would happen again. We've got changes coming up now, and I don't know, it is in our Explore Columbia. Chris, does that cement it? The fact that it's in Explore Columbia?
I mean, it is an Explore Columbia and it's part of our comp plan. I mean, right now it's part of our comprehensive plan, and like I said, this is city-owned property, so it's not like, there's gonna have to be some, and I understand where you're coming from years ago, but, I've explained to you like my thoughts. We're applying for between Cherry and Centerville right now. We'll know in March if we get it or not. I don't have any issues. I've kind of done things in a logical, segmented kind of process. And so the next logical step is to go from Centerville to some point in Route 3, or towards Route 3. So, that was kind of the intent or the spirit anyhow, so.
Again, I think he feels like I do, though. We just don't want to lose, whether who's all here, we don't want to lose sight of the fact that that's not to be part of private development. That is definitely a city asset, and we'd like to keep it as such.
All right.
But it is something, though, that I will put together I guess, more formal response to Mr. Sander.
Okay, if you would. I
And I'll
think
make
it
sure
would be
that everybody
courteous.
gets copied in on that as well, that we should kept in the loop as far as what's being communicated back to Joe on that side of things.
Okay, thank you very much.
Perfect. All righty. Mr. Hefkin, consent agenda.
We have 3 items on the agenda tonight. The first one is motion to approve the minutes of the December 7th, 2020 regular city council meeting. Motion to approve the closed session minutes of the December 7th, 2020 regular city council meeting. And then a motion to approve the payment of vouchers for the period of December 4th, 2020 through December 17th, 2020 in the total amount of $470,958.51.
Any questions, comments on any of those items? With there being none, entertain a motion to approve the consent agenda as read. Motion by Hook, second by
I'll second, Your Honor.
Nemitz. Roll call.
Ebersol,
Yes.
Agni,
Yes.
Nemitz,
Yes,
Hook,
Yes.
Ocamp,
Yes.
and Riddle.
Yes.
Thank you.
All right, next, a little update on the discussion of code update. Everybody should have received not only the red line version, but the full version for comparisons. And if you had any questions, Doug, at this point, have you received any
No, sir.
questions, concerns? So we still have plenty of time. I mean, this isn't something that we're rushing into and making decisions on, but we will be, fairly soon. So make sure that you glance through that. And if you have any concerns, you have any questions, get with Doug, get with Scott, and get those answered. You want to add anything to that, or? Okay. New business, this is ordinance 3551, plat of survey and land transfer by way of real estate exchange between 2 parcels, basically same owner, both parcels, they just want to move the line.
Yeah, one of the property lines actually runs through one of the structures on the property, so they're just trying to clean that up.
Perfect. Anybody have any questions, comments on that? If not, entertain a motion to approve ordinance 3551 as presented by Agni, second by Riddle.
I'll second.
Who was that?
was that Eversole?
That was Eversol.
Okay, you trumped Riddle because his hand was slow.
Oh, sorry.
Motion by Agni, second by Ebersaw. Any questions, comments? Roll call.
Ebersol,
Yes.
Agni,
Yes.
Nemitz,
Yes,
Hook,
Yes.
Ocamp,
Yes.
and Riddle.
Yes.
Thank you.
All right. And James, how many people do we have logged in right now, roughly?
From the public, none.
Yeah. Huh?
None from the public.
Okay, so we're gonna entertain a motion to go into closed session. 5 ILCS 122C1, 5, 8, and 11. 1, appointment, employment, compensation, discipline, performance, dismissal of specific employees of the public body. 5, purchase of lease of real estate property for the use of the public body. 8, security procedures. 11, pending and probable litigation. If somebody would be so inclined to make a motion to that effect by Nemitz, second by Riddle, roll call.
Eversol,
Yes.
Agni,
Yes.
Nemitz,
Yes.
Hook,
Yes.
Ocamp,
Yes.
and Riddle.
Yes.
Thank you.
All right, let me know when